Dun, da-da-da-da-dun, dun, da-da-da-da-dun, dun, da-da-da-da-dun. Hey, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are gonna unbox the biggest lens that I have ever owned. This is 200 to 600 millimeter lens, and this is going to be my wildlife lens from now. Coming from Nikon 200 to 500 millimeters f5.6 lens, this 200 to 600 millimeters is like 100 millimeters more than the 500 from Nikon, and we have this lens here, and I'm gonna talk about this. Before we jump into the video, let me take a moment to tell you, Alissa and I, we love to travel, and we bring the beauty around the world to you in the form of travel vlogs. If you're interested in traveling and would like to know more about travel gears and itineraries, you should check out our playlist of countries and reviews. It will help you to understand your destination and what to carry during those trips. This is all free, and you can show us your support by watching those videos. Let's jump right into the video. Coming from a Nikon old gen lens, I still want to talk a few things, how Sony actually paid attention to important stuff in this lens. Initially, I was not planning on doing a review for this 200 to 600 millimeter lens because there are tons of reviews in the internet, but I want to mention my point of view about this lens. I know that I'm a bit late to the game, but better late than never. Ta-da! This is the lens. I thought this lens is going to be like really heavy, unhand-holdable, like I cannot hold it in the hand at all, but fortunately, I think this is really hand-holdable. Couple of things. Nikon 200 to 500 millimeter f5.6 lens is hollow, like it's made of plastic and it felt hollow, and the cheapness of that lens really showed, but that lens was sharp. And I think this lens is sharp too, but this lens feels like a tank. This is extremely built well. Like, I feel everything to be exceptional when it comes to this lens. Right from the body, I feel like this is like a metal. But yeah, when I do this, it feels plasticky, you can hear the sound, but I feel like I'm holding a metal lens, a lens made of metal. And we can see that the few things that I said that Sony paid attention to is here. You see here, this is the hood with rubber ends, so this is not gonna be like affected at all. You can place the lens like this and the lens on top of the lens hood like this, and it's not gonna be affected, it's not gonna get scratched, and it's not gonna show age unless you scratch the rubber surface. So yeah, this is something really nice. And not just the lens hood, it's also the lens that has this rubber thingy near the end, and that's really nice. Everything about this lens is screaming smoothness, right from this zoom ring, right from this focus ring and the zoom ring. Internal zoom, did you notice that? Did something get out? No, it's internal zoom. So right from the focus ring, right from the zoom ring, right from this touch, and everything feels smooth and premium. So this is something that I like about this lens. For the money we pay, we get quality stuff from this lens. And also, why it is painted white is because when it gets too hot, especially in a place like Thailand, sometimes the lens tend to show this waving effect of the heat that's been trapped into the lens. And this white body, it's gonna eliminate that kind of heat being trapped in the lens. Rather, it will reflect out the heat. So that's why these lenses from Canon and Sony are being made white color, just so that it's not affected by any of the heat. I'm not going to talk about the sharpness, autofocus, and image quality in this video because I'm yet to test. I want to bring it to the field. I want to test it with my Sony a6700. So please look out for those videos. But for now, just by the looks and feel of this, I think it's a great lens. It's really worth the money. When I first got my 200 to 500 millimeter Nikon lens, I felt it was like cheap. It screamed cheap. It was hollow, it was plasticky, but the image quality from that lens is great. And that lens had one thing that this lens doesn't have. These dots, when they align, in that Nikon lens, it's gonna be like making a satisfactory lock, which this lens doesn't have. It's like very smooth. You don't know when these dots are being aligned. So that's something that I would have liked in this lens. And also, Arca Swiss compatible mount over here. That thing I would have liked. but otherwise I think it's got everything else. It's got so many buttons here. I don't think I would ever use most of them. Probably sometimes optical image stabilization, focus. I'm never gonna use the modes unless I know what it is. Like, I need to study about it, so give me some time. And yeah, I mean, these things are great. This is a very nice lens. I just wanna like hold it like this. I just wanna hold it like this. This is such an amazing lens for the money. And yeah, the hood itself, like in that Nikon lens, once you remove the hood, it's very hard to put it back. So there are two dots here on the lens hood, one here and the other one here. So you need to place the extended dot, align it with the extended dot, and twist it so it locks in place. So it's very simple. And if you don't find it, for example, hey, I don't know, like I'm not looking at these dots and I still want to put the lens hood, just place it over here, twist it a couple of times, and it locks. That's it. Like, it's as simple as that. I don't have to align it every single time. Nikon's lens hood mounting is actually terrible, so I really hated it. But when it comes to this lens, oh, this is so nice, so nice, so nice to hold. I know I need to exercise more to get some power and energy to handhold this lens, but for now, I feel like I'm holding a gun, which is really nice. Don't you think so? It's so cool, isn't it? Yeah. It's nice, it's so cool. It feels balanced. That's why I feel so excited to use this lens. It feels so balanced, it's so smooth. There are more expensive lenses like 100 to 400mm lens that's available in the Sony showroom, and that's even more expensive. The micro contrast in that lens is excellent. I mean the 100 to 400. And I think this is a tiny bit less than that, but I think it will do a great job in the field, and I'm yet to test it. Please stay tuned to this channel. I will be bringing in more content using this lens with my Sony a6700 for wildlife, birds. Look out for those videos. And I'm also planning to shoot a lot of wildlife slow motion videos. And so I will be posting a ton of videos in the future using this lens along with the camera. So please have a look out for that. Thanks to my wife, who has been always supportive for me and helped me buy this lens as well. She's a gem and I love her. I mean, everything about this lens is so nice, so well balanced, and that's how I feel. This is like so nice, so smooth. Why do we have 3 buttons in this lens? I don't know if I will ever use those 3 buttons. It's like you can map those buttons for different focal lengths or focus points or something. I don't know. I'll have to still wait and see. Hope you liked the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel and watch more content that I'm gonna bring out in the future. And also, please like this video if you like it. That's it for the video. Take care, have fun, enjoy life. That's why we live for. That's it from me today. Have a nice day.
If you enjoy our content, whether it's travel vlogs or gear reviews, and would like to have access to our exclusive content, please support us on Patreon using the link in the description below.